I've actually always done sculptures, like, in art school and stuff. I did paintings and sculptures, but the paintings are really what people kind of know me for. But I've always made all different kinds of things. I've been making dolls since I was a kid. Like, I just have always made dolls, like just handmade dolls. So Bloodsucker Hijack is, it's a combination of like dolls with the sort of like, miniature castle thing. Oh, and I was also super into miniatures when I was little, and my grandpa was one of those like model train guys. So I really like dioramas and kind of like little, settings with, things like that. So I think all my sculptures are sort of a little bit like that. They're like a little mini dioramas in a way. Bloodsucker Hijack was basically this idea of the people call them witches, but they're like actually little vampires, like little parasitical vampires, and they come out of these castles. So in Ultraviolent Sin, in the show, a lot of the paintings, there's these castles and these little vampires. And the idea, again, the metaphor of like, empire is like we just send in a bunch of like parasitical vampires that come out of this, Trojan horse in a way, to go and take over. So that's sort of like a metaphor for that sort of awful thing.
Do you build these in your studio?
Yeah, I build them, and I have help from some people that help me fabricate them. Yeah, the Cherry Girl Liberation Army. There was another Philip K. Dick story. I forget the name of it, but it was like the end of the world, whatever. But it was kind of Terminator. It was like they had made all these robots in the shape of humans, the enemy. But they didn't know this little boy like came to their camp, and they didn't realize that like he was one of the models until it started killing him, and then they just saw like this whole army of these little boy robots kind of coming over the hill. So it was kind of off that idea that like there's like this army of child robots, but the Liberation Army they're actually like on the side of good, and they actually used to talk. They had a voice box in them, and they kind of babbled all this stuff that overlapped. But when the voice boxes came back from Germany, they'd gone through customs and taken the tapes out, or they did something. Because if you have electronics, there's something weird with customs. I don't know, so they got ruined. Anyway, so they're my little flying army of. Because I need an army. I mean, that's the thing. Like, you can't do anything yourself. You need, like, a little army. So, there they are. The prototype dolls that are in the show, they're prototypes for my imaginary toy company, Pitco. And I made them all myself. They're made out of organic cotton, hemp. The fillings are all hemp fibers and kapuk fiber, which is from a tree. So my toy company, ideally, everything is made non-toxic. So if you throw it in the landfill or your child eats it, like no one's going to die. It's not going to just like, it'll disintegrate and just turn back into earth because it's made from natural things. There's no off-gassing. There's no like creepy, they're not made by slave children in China. They'd be made in California. They'd be made by giving people a real living wage. Those are all things I believe in. Fair trade, transparency in manufacturing. The problem is, I haven't been able to find anyone that will make them for me.
Toys